Hey, howdy, hey, and how you doing? I'm Brew, part of the Comedy Clowns here, and if you've been away from Yu-Gi-Oh for a little bit and you come back and see this and you're wondering, what the heck is that? How am I supposed to play with these cards and keep up with the competitive people in today's day and age of Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, I got a show for you. I'm going to teach you all about the extra deck monsters and a few extra ones that you might not know of. So if you were like me and you got started, you got the normal monsters, you got the even better monsters, and then you got that weird monster that nobody really played that much. And then shortly after, they got fusion monsters. Sometimes it's easy, boom, you got two dragons, you fusion a dragon. But other times it's all weird, where you boom, you add a brain, you add a librarian with a big brain, and somehow you got a Skull Knight. Whoa! The typical way of getting a fusion monster out is by using this handy dandy card called Polymerization. There's other cards that you can do the same thing, like Future Fusion, Give Me Your Monster, Fusion Land, the best fusion card in the world, and hope this doesn't blow up in my face. So now that we got fusions out of the way, let's go take a trip onto Ritual Lane, which is also in the very beginning. So if you wanted a ritual monster, you had to use their ritual card, and then you just had to use a couple sacrifices that equaled out to their stars. So let's just throw in Frog, YuGiOh, and Exodia's head. And then bing bang boom, you got Blackluster Soldier right there. But soon after, people got bored, and then the next series came out in 5Ds, and then bing bang boom, we got Synchro. Synchro is very simple. You got a certain amount of stars, boom, there's 6, so that means you need cards that equal 6. But it's not so simple, because most of them you have to use a tuner. What's a tuner? Well, it just says tuner right at the bottom. Right after that came XZs, which look like this. Similar to like sacrificing, but you gotta use the same amount of stars that it says on the card. For this one, you gotta use 3 level 4 monsters, so boom, bam, boom. And then there you go, you just fusion it, summon right onto the field. Soon after the XZ's era got boring, people started making up cards like this. We got pendulums. What are pendulums, you may be asking? Well, you certainly don't want to be reading out book after book after book, so this is what you got to do. You start by drawing these pendulum monsters right from your deck, and then boom, next turn, boom, there you go, and then you can just do whatever you want. The pendulum cards tell you what levels you can summon, so this is 2 to 7, so you can summon 3 to 6 from your extra deck zone. Pendulum monsters get destroyed, they go to the extra deck zone. So when you get more pendulum monsters out, boom, you can just summon right back to the field, because they are annoying as crap. Now this is when it should have ended. I can tolerate pendulums, but even I have my moments of grief when I have to fight against a deck that just has pendulums, and then boom, they just keep on summoning a whole bunch of monsters, and then all I gotta do is I just summon, boom, YuGiOh. That's my turn. But now we get to the fun and the grief of the video. We got link monsters. What are link monsters, you say? Well, this is what link monsters are. So certain cards will say you need a certain amount of levels of different cards. This one says 2 level 4 or lower dragon monsters. So what you do, like sacrificing, boom, boom, you tribute them, and you get this guy from your extra deck zone. And this is where you summon him. Very fun and confusing, isn't it? Now, as you can see, there's some arrows. Boom, boom. What do these arrows mean, you may be asking? Well, now, in the new days and era of Yu-Gi-Oh, you want to summon an extra deck monster, you can only do it in your link zone or an area that the link monster is pointing to. Think of it as a conductor, an electrical circuit, if you will. There's the electrical circuit. The area is pointing to here and here. So now you can summon an extra deck monster right here. There's a link zone in here and here. You get one, your opponent gets one. It doesn't matter which one's which. It sucks no matter which one you pick. So if you're like me and you don't play with link monsters or pendulums, all you get to do is this. And that is your extra deck monster, which is why most of my decks only have few to none extra deck monsters. Well, seeing as that was fun, and I gotta go lay down now because I have a headache trying to explain all this crap. So I'm Brew, and I hope you like watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Explained Extra Deck Monsters.